Muslim, right? MashaAllah. You know, as a merchant, you have every legal right to sell whatever you want. But as a Muslim, I have a responsibility to educate the people and let them know that as a Muslim, you shouldn't sell haram. That the alcohol, the pork, the gambling is all against Islam. And so I'm just letting you know ahead of time, in about 30 days, we're going to start doing demonstrations around the city. The Muslims that have businesses with haram in it will let the people know that we have to teach the people the best. The Muslims have the best. So let the owners know you should begin to change the inventory, or we're just going to demonstrate.
The ban on Sharia law in Texas is now strengthened.
The ceremonial signing met with cheers in McKinney. Governor Abbott flanked by lawmakers who pushed through HB 4211 in response, they say, to Epic City, a Muslim-centric community planned on the edge of Collin County, accused of housing discrimination.
This law prevents them from creating no-go zones. It prevents them from selling or renting land only to people who follow Islam.
Collin County State Rep Candy Noble co-authored the bill, citing Epic City's own words.
They said, we will limit sales to only persons we believe will contribute to the overall makeup of our community.
All lies, argues Epic City's attorney.
To be resolved by Texas law and Texas courts, not Sharia law.
Isn't it crazy that all the Eastern people want to come and live in the West after the Western cultures have, on a foundation of Christianity, built these wonderful cities and towns and countries and infrastructures with wonderful populations in each one, each unique in its own culture? Then the Easterns come in, the Sharia law people, and they want us to assimilate to their rules, but they like our architecture, they like our infrastructure, they like our programs and all that. So they want all that stuff, and then they want us to cover our women's heads and face Mecca and pray every day. Well, guess what? Those practices are why your countries are piles of sand. We don't want that here. I know I speak for all Americans when I say Sharia law is about the furthest thing from American values that you can get. So assimilate or buy.
Do you think Islam will eventually overtake Christianity here in the United States?
Worldwide, not just United States. We have people converting every day.
And what leads a Christian man to convert to Islam?
When they read the Quran and they find the truth, and they read it in English, and they see how peaceful Islam is.
What are some large misconceptions about Islam here in the United States?
That Muslim women are suppressed.
And what makes you choose to wear the hijab?
My religion, I started wearing the hijab when I was 16 years old.
And what would happen if you didn't wear the hijab?
Nothing would happen. It's your choice.
And could you shake a man's hand?
No.
Do you find that interesting that women can't shake other men's hands?
No, I don't find that interesting. It's normal.
And why do you think Islam is the largest growing religion here in the United States right now?
Because of our Quran. Our Quran, our book never changes. It's one book, one language, one religion. There's Islam in all over the world.
Is it true that Muslims also practice polygamy?
Yes.
Greg Abbott declares Sharia law and Sharia cities banned in the state of Texas. He made it clear only the U.S. Constitution and Texas law apply here. Any foreign system that violates human rights will never be allowed. Texas will always stand for justice, equality, and American values.
Right guys, welcome back to the channel. To our Muslim brothers and sisters, don't feel offended because we are just stating facts just as the way we are seeing them happening on ground. And in this video, this might be a disclaimer to you that we are not hating on you. We are just stating the actual facts. Now guys, in this video, I want us to look into how our Muslim brothers and sisters are literally and obsessed with converting the currently existing American law into Sharia law. They want to convert American law into Sharia law, and how some of these Muslim imams and Muslim brothers and sisters are patrolling the streets of United States, including Texas and New York, trying to tell people that they should convert to Islam and that they should not sell certain products like pork, alcohol, lottery tickets, and that they will be protesting if those vendors or those sellers continue selling all these things. And yet in the same region, they are trying to create an only Muslim city termed as or called the epic city, of which it will be operating with only Muslims. And the people of United States are literally against this. They are saying, you are Muslims, we don't hate on you, but you should remember that you are in America, and in America we have rules that govern us all, whether immigrants, whether foreigners, whether Christians, whether Muslims. We want you to abide by our rules. But the fact that you are telling us to convert into Muslim and abide by Sharia laws, that is totally unacceptable in this country. And we are going to fight you, and we are going to ensure that nothing of that sort happens. In this video, we are going to look into this discussion, and then at the end of this video, I'll be giving my commentaries. In the meantime, remember to subscribe while you watch these very, very educative videos.
Is Sharia law coming to Texas? Not if Governor Greg Abbott and Attorney General Ken Paxton have any say in it. Leading the way! Now, you probably haven't heard about much going on in Texas news outside of loudmouth Jasmine Crockett, but I am talking about 402 acres that was purchased by the East Plano Islamic Center, and they plan on building what is called Epic City, with at least 1,000 homes, a Muslim faith-based K-12 school, a Muslim faith-based college, senior homes, sports fields, basically everything it would need to make itself its own Muslim center city, smack in the middle of Josephine, Texas, just about 40 minutes north of Collin County. But they are running into quite a few legal issues, starting with Sharia law. On March 25th, Governor Abbott came out on X and said that Sharia law will not be tolerated in the state of Texas, which of course spurred Ken Paxton to open a CID, a civil investigative demand, into CCP, which is the for-profit organization that Epic started in order to sell these houses. Except here's the catch. These people that are buying these plots of land for homes, 450 of them so far to be exact, are giving their money to a company called CCP, which is a for-profit organization set up by Epic. So it blurs the lines a little bit, because these people, when they purchase these lands, are being told that their money goes back to Epic, giving the appearance that it's going to a nonprofit organization. But it's really going to the for-profit organization so that Epic can actually make profit. And that's against the law. So legal battle number one. Moving on to legal battle number two. Epic was also just handed a cease and desist letter by the Texas Funeral Service on March 26th because they were found to be operating funeral services and dealing with, unalive bodies unlicensed, and have been doing so since their license expired in 2022. Which leads us into legal problem number three, securities fraud. You see, because Epic City is not taking on outside investors to help build this community, they have to disclose to these people who are buying shares in order to fund this project that there's a potential risk that they may lose their money and that they're not guaranteed a home because things like permits still have to be voted on and passed. That vote is happening on April 14th. And if it gets shut down, these people could lose millions of dollars. And Epic didn't bother to tell anybody. Just like they didn't bother to tell anybody that they were operating a illegal funeral service. But a spokesperson for Epic City came out and said, we are definitely going to abide by all the legal laws. You're not doing it now. Why would I think that if I give you a city, you're going to abide by our laws then? So the next step is that permit hearing I was talking about on April 14th, and it's at 1:30 in the afternoon at the courthouse in McKinney, Texas. It's open to the public. I plan on showing up so that I can make my voice heard because this is my community and this is not something that I want in my community.
Have you heard about this Sharia law patrol that I guess they have now in New York City, or I guess they've been there? I just scrolled past a video of a lady that lives in the UK, and she was expressing her concern because they just started doing Sharia law patrol over there. And I guess this has been a thing in New York City, and I don't know if they're trying to expand it, but basically, I don't know, I'm not religious, so I don't know anything about Islam. But I guess it's like Sharia law is like a series of like rules and regulations, things that you can and can't do. And so basically these guys are riding around in patrol cars that literally look like police cars and like harassing people, whether if they're Muslim or not, and telling people you can't be out this late, you shouldn't be, don't drink, or you can't drink, you can't smoke, you need to go back home. Women should not be outside after a certain time or shouldn't be outside without a man. You know, stuff like this that to me sounds like you're patrolling school children or something. And I just feel like, you know, everybody has freedom of religion to, you know, believe whatever you want to believe, but to try to push that onto people who are not even a part of it, that's where the line needs to be drawn. And I really don't think that that should even really be a thing, especially not in a country that has freedom of religion like the United States. I don't think that that should be a thing at all. Like, I don't want nobody coming up to me telling me that I can't drink or that I can't do this. And I am probably one of the most stubborn, hard-headed people that you would ever meet. So somebody trying to come into my life and telling me what I can and cannot do is not going to go very well. It's going to be a lot of conflict, and there's a lot of people who think like me. It's just this, I don't know if this is how true this is or how far they're going to take this, but it ain't going to go well.
The religion of Islam, if you say that you're Muslim, you should avoid alcohol, pork, and gambling products and do the best for the community. You should want for your brother what you want for yourself. Of course, you have the right to sell what you want, but as a Muslim, you should have a higher principles, higher code of ethics that is supported by the Quran and the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. So we are letting the community know that they can patronize them if they want. But one question we would like for you to ask them before you give them your money, ask them, where do they live? Do they really care about this community enough to live around us? We care about the community, we love you, and we care. We want the best for you. So we are letting the community know and letting all the Muslim merchants know who say they are Muslim, who say that they follow the Sunnah of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who say that they follow the Quran, to do the very best for the community, to show the very best and have the best products and not violate the religion of Islam by selling and distributing products that are against the religion, because we should love what Allah loves and we should hate what Allah hates. So we're letting everybody know, do what you want, but we want you to know that we care about you, we love you, want you to have the very best, and we want the Muslims to set a better example of what good merchandising should be. This is what we're here for, and little by little, one by one, we're going to be visiting all of the stores in the neighborhood, particularly the inner city neighborhoods where the religion of Islam is ignored by not only our enemies. It's bad enough already that the Zionists are imitating Judaism and destroying and killing and having genocide against the Muslims. It's bad enough that we have politicians who sit by and allow and fund the killing of Muslims, the disrespect of the Muslims. But it's a salt in the sore. It's an insult to injury when we have Muslims who don't care about the community. We have Muslim people who say that they're Muslims who don't even care enough about the community and not violate the religion of Islam by selling and distributing products that are against the religion, because we should love what Allah loves and we should hate what Allah hates. This is what we're here for, and little by little, one by one, we're going to be visiting all of the stores in the neighborhood, particularly the inner city neighborhoods where the religion of Islam is ignored by not.
All right, today we're going to talk about how we can find out and how much we can find out and what it takes to get there. So first we have to decide how much do we want to find out. So let's say in this case, I want to find out at a level of 7. Okay, so I find that level on my graph and I come horizontally to my gradient line. Where it intersects with my gradient line, I'm going to come straight down to where it intersects with my fuck around line. That there is going to tell me how much I have to fuck around to find out what I need to find out. See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And also, if you stay down here and you never fuck around, you'll never find out. So I hope this lesson is helpful. Thank you.
Texas Muslim community needs your help. We have an opportunity today to buy one of the biggest churches in Texas and turn it into an Islamic center. This mega church can become one of the largest Islamic centers in Texas. It is a beautiful facility that can be used for a dawah center, a youth center, a classroom for school, a prayer hall, and so much more. It sits on 4 acres of land and is a staggering 56,000 square feet of built area. It already includes 3 buildings that are move-in ready, and we can just go in tomorrow.
There's this big push to put these epic cities in Texas, of all places, that would be Muslim-oriented communities. And, you know, we're not against the Muslim people. We are against Sharia supremacy and the idea that we should subvert our Constitution and cause all Americans to bow to Sharia law as a part of this radical Islamic jihadism. Frank, can you describe what an epic city is and why it's a potential threat?
Well, I guess it could be used generically. I think it specifically refers to Epic City, which stands for East Plano Islamic Center City, as you know, north of Dallas. It's a community, I believe it's something on the order of 400 acres, in which they're going to put 1,000 or so homes, all of which would be Muslim occupied, all of which would be subject, apparently, to Sharia, gathered around a mosque that is very much a Sharia supremacist operation. There's a fellow there by the name of Yasser Qadi, originally, I think, from Pakistan. Our friend Amy Meck has done a wonderful job exposing, going back to our first topic, Kevin, this guy, Qadi, who's the top jurist in the Fiqh Council of the Muslim Brotherhood in North America, which is kind of the enforcement arm on Sharia doctrine and its obligations. This guy was caught on tape in his mosque inveighing that even though his congregants are Sunni Muslims, they should stand with Iran against the United States and fight for Iran, as a matter of fact. It's evidence of, I think, the jihadism that Sharia commands its adherents to follow. All Muslims don't practice it, thank God, but enough of them do, and most especially the authorities of the faith.
Well, I said it once, and I'm going to say it again. When you go to Rome, do what the Romans do. Majority of the people living in the United States of America, they are Americans. So there is no way a minority group or a minority religion, like let's say the Muslim, will just come into the country with their law called Sharia laws and then try to convert the whole country's law into a minority law, which is Sharia law. We saw the other day the governor of Texas literally banned Sharia laws in Texas. And this is what the American people are calling for. They are saying they should do what the governor of Texas did. There should be no Sharia laws. Because let's be honest here. We've seen this Imam. I've showed you that video. I literally posted that video in my first video, but actually it wasn't the full video. Now there's the full video. You've seen that Imam walking around and telling people that they should not sell pork, alcohol, and gambling tickets. Well and good. You are a Muslim. Don't do that. But we are of another religion. Let's leave us alone. Let us buy those things. Let's enjoy eating bacon. Let's enjoy drinking our alcohol on the weekend. Why are you trying to tell us or deny us our own happiness because you believe that what we are enjoying is haram into your religion? That is not what's supposed to be done. This Imam was telling the people around that they should literally stop selling these things, or if they refuse, they will protest and they will tell people not to buy onto this thing. Or if they don't want if they refuse to sell these things, they should relocate to another religion that there is no Muslim, simply because in Texas or in that religion or that community, it is a community that they are telling themselves into their mind, this community should belong to the Islam. That is not supposed to be happening. the thing that is supposed to be happening is don't try to change the laws that are coexisting in the United States that are literally governing all these people. Because if you tell them relocate, you should remember that the government under their laws, they are the ones giving the license to these vendors. So you are not the government. Because of your Sharia laws, you are telling them to relocate, and yet you didn't give them the required license to sell those things. So I think these people should just learn to coexist within each other. Just as the Christian are coexisting with the Hindu, coexisting with the Hebrew, coexisting with the Jewish, coexisting with other religions. You should also try to coexist, but not convert people to become your religion. Because we've seen this, and this is a fact that the people of United States don't really want. They are trying to overtake. They are trying to overturn. They are trying to change the American laws into Sharia laws. They are trying to make the whole America to become a Muslim religion, like the epic city, and this is not happening. That's according to the people of the United States. They are saying we are the majority, we are the majority group. Our law is the law that governs everyone in the United States, and your law only governs Muslims. So we cannot take a law that governs Muslims to govern the whole America. If you feel it is very hard for you guys to stay in United States, you should also consider going to other countries that they really follow these Sharia laws. So personally, I think it's a good thing, but these Muslim brothers and sisters should just listen and learn. Because when they continue doing this, these American people will start now demanding for their mass deportation. Even some of them are born in the United States. They will start to demand them to be sent away to their origin country so that they can go and practice their Sharia law there. And this is not a good thing. Let's just coexist within each other. But those are just my thoughts. You do tell me what you think in the comment section. Let's have a very pretty discussion in the comments, and see you in my next episode. And remember to subscribe, guys.